This is John Paul Rice, some people call me. I'm coming from Tokyo, Japan. This is my continuing series, What Does Star Wars Mean to You? We've had some great guests on here, Doomcock, recently, John Talks, Ivan Ortega, Abu Nas, and today I'm featuring Mary Mayhem. She's got a great channel. Her opinions align with mine about the Star Wars sequels and just about Hollywood in general, so I'm not going to talk too long here. I'm going to let Mary take it away with her clip. It's an emotional clip. I really liked it. Here it is.
Oh my goodness, what does Star Wars mean to me? Well, look, like many people, there are a plethora of things that I could point to that make Star Wars sort of special and unique to me. And I think that most people out there feel the same way. Just all of these sort of nuggets and tidbits of wisdom tucked away within the movies, tucked away within the shows, right? Like, example, Yoda saying to Luke, do or do not, there is no try, right? That's a nugget of wisdom and something to certainly take away from it. But for the sake of time, let's try to distill this down to just a couple of particular things in terms of, to me individually. So, when I was a little girl, very little, like really before I can even remember everything very well, one of the things I do remember first in my life really is my dad. My dad sitting me down on his knee and turning on Star Wars and explaining to me what a wonderful movie this is, how much it means to him, how much he loves it, pointing at Luke Skywalker and saying, that right there is Luke Skywalker. That's who you want to be like. You want to be like Luke. And I would watch it, mainly for the purposes of bonding with my father. Dad would get so excited and he'd grab my arms. He'd be like, oh, look at this part, He would get so happy. And I remember the joy in my father when I would spend time with him. And I remember becoming old enough. Now, I think I watched it multiple times before I was old enough to really understand, that Vader was Luke's father. Spoiler alert! But I remember becoming old enough, and when it registered to me the first time, Vader was Luke's father. Vader was Luke's father. How could that be? How could that be? And I remember asking my father, that's his daddy, but he's so mean. And my dad would go, yes, 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 he is. But watch what Luke does. And I remember it sort of dawning on me who Luke was. Luke was Space Jesus. He was there, the embodiment of sacrifice, willingness to sacrifice himself in order to save a person who was irredeemable, a person who couldn't be brought back from the edge. And as I grew older, I would remember these wonderful lessons that Luke taught me, the perseverance in the face of terrible things, the trying and failing and getting back up, having his hand cut off and not letting that stop him, right? Just moving forward and then being determined to go and face down his father, not to murder him, despite the countless horrible tragedies that other people in the galaxy had to endure because of this horrifying genocidal maniac. This man looked at it and said, I can save him. I can turn him back to the good side. And I wanted to be just like him. Every piece of me wanted to be that person full of hope, full of empathy, full of compassion, full of determination to go out into the world around me and to make a difference, to do something that was hard but pure, something worthwhile. And so what started off as this opportunity to bond with my father, this opportunity to eventually bond with my brother, it became a life lesson, a model which I wanted to structure myself after. Someone who I wanted to be just like. I wanted to be like Luke Skywalker because Luke Skywalker embodied hope. And it was a beautiful thing to hold to my heart. And I got to take it forward in life and share it with my brother, share it with my father. So every year after episode 1 came out, we would go see, or every video, every movie after episode 1 came out, we would go see it in the theaters over and over again. And that in turn introduced me to my love of cosplay, where I learned how to sew and how to make the cloaks for my brother and I to go see these movies. And I loved it. I was able to bond with my family over this and see something that I could move towards in my own life that I felt was important. So, Star Wars has done a lot to build me, a lot to shape me. And I can never thank it enough for that, because it did it in a way that I could cling to, in a way that engaged me. It captured me from the very beginning, from my childhood. And Star Wars has helped shape me. I owe much of who I am to Star Wars.
Gotta thank Mary for sending me that clip, and you know what? It seemed like the focal point, or a focal point, of her clip was Luke Skywalker. And that's kind of what I think about Star Wars too. When I think about Star Wars, Luke Skywalker is one of the main things I think about with Star Wars. And the reason is, for me, I saw Star Wars when I was 5, and it all started with Luke. I've grown to like the prequels for what they are. I've got some hang-ups and everything, but overall, as far as the story arc and Episode 3, I really like them. But it's going to be different for me, because it really all started with Luke. And assuming you do like the sequel trilogy and you're my age, it can't really be like a fresh start for you. It all started back with Luke and his hero journey, and I can really relate to what Mary said because of that. You guys let me know what you think about what Mary said. Anyway, if you're new here, click that subscribe button. Of course, check out Mary's channel and click that subscribe button. If you don't want to click it, press it. If you don't want to press it, smash it. Do whatever you want to it. Just please subscribe to both, and I will see you next time.